All right, one final bit of random, well, not random, uncategorized advice for traveling. Number one, I think I mentioned it in going to Cuba 101. However, going to Expedia.com to find a casa particular is the way to go. We found them there, and they were as lovely as they looked. The accommodations were great. So we reserved them through Expedia. If you pay through Expedia, again, you're paying with the American credit card, and then you're all set. They're paid for by the time you get there. Some Casa Particulares want you to pay in cash, and they take euros, of course. So we did that as well. They're nice accommodations. They generally offer breakfast for a few, €5 per person, something like that. Some do, some don't. But yeah, they're really nice, and they're good reviews. Read the reviews on Expedia. There were a couple that I avoided because of bad reviews. And of course, I couldn't verify that, but the reviews that I read on Expedia helped me find some really nice places. So the accommodations are nice and comfortable, kind of like an Airbnb would be here. Just take your time to read through the reviews and check on Expedia.com. That's my advice. Another bit of advice is to bring medication for whatever you might need it for. I sometimes have migraines, not very often, but I took my migraine medicine with me just in case. So if you have medicines like that, sometimes you get heartburn, bring Rolaids, bring Tums. Sometimes, your feet hurt, bring Tylenol, bring ibuprofen. So whatever your own medications and whatever else you might need. I brought all my medications, my prescriptions, and I put them in a Ziploc bag together with a letter from my doctor. Basically, I just printed out a list of my medications, and my doctor signed it saying these are the medicines I'm taking, and I put them in the bag. That's what they recommend that you do, although I never had any issues with any of my medicine getting through security or anything like that. But yeah, bring any medicine. We brought Pepto-Bismol, of course, in case your stomach gets a little upset. We brought the tablets. So bring any medications that you might need. For any reason, because you're not going to find them there. There's a shortage of medication. Finally, a little bit of bad news. In 2020, President Trump changed some of the rules relating to Cuba. I know the big ones that you're aware of that Obama had changed, but he also changed some smaller things. That being that we can no longer bring in cigars, cigarettes, tobacco products, or alcohol from Cuba into the United States. It used to be that we could bring in a little bit, like for our own personal use, but now we can't bring in any at all. And so it will be taken from you at the airport, and they randomly scan people, do an extra scanning on people coming in from Cuba. They kind of pull them out of the line and run all their stuff through a scanner. So we are no longer allowed to bring in cigarettes, cigars, or any kind of alcohol. So save your money. We lost a nice bottle of Havana Club that we bought at the duty free in the airport because we're not allowed to bring in alcohol, and some people we were traveling with lost a whole lot more. So yeah, just one more rule you might not be aware of. They're going to take it from you, so save yourself some money, some heartache, and don't bring any of that stuff. So that's all I can think of for now. If I think of more things, I'll post more videos.